Man, definitely. Okay, now I gotta ask you about the classic, the state property joint.
Oh,
What was it
state
like
property.
working with state property?
Yeah, state property, get down to lay down. So yeah, when I was first heard about it, I was reading something in the Source magazine, and it was like I just read a little blurb that said Beanie Siegel, new Rockefeller artist, is going to do a project like Streets is Watching. I'm like, wait, I did Streets is Watching. How come no one called me for this? So I hit up Damon and kept hitting him up until he eventually sent me the script, and I got the script, read it. It was like a straight up hood movie, and I was like, okay, I can do that. So I sort of just kind of kept pushing myself to be the director. Came into New York, had a meeting with Lionsgate Films to see if I can be down as a director, and I showed Streets is Watching, and it was just like, yeah, I have a vision, and blah blah blah. So after that, I got the gig and met Beanie and Emilio Sparks and Ochino and everybody, and basically just started to pull all the pieces together. They all had to be in the movie if you were in Rockefeller, even if you were staff, you were in the movie. So I just remember days of just different staff people coming in, auditioning, and a lot of people weren't even actors. So it was kind of hard to be honest with you, to try to like fit the pieces. But everybody was kind of street in the movie, so it's not that hard to take cats who are familiar with the street or our street to come in and play a street cat in the movie. But you got to make sure you remember your lines. You don't look at the camera. You step on, go to your marks, and yeah, act realistic and don't laugh. You know what I mean? You hear me, Memphis Bleak? um, he was in it too. So Memphis Bleak has been around for a minute too. He was there from the beginning. So that was just the basic of getting it started. We shot mostly in New Jersey instead of Philly because Philly was too far from New York. So we shot some in Philly, but mostly it was in Manhattan, in New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey. A lot of the spots they had shot the Sopranos, so we was kind of following behind the Sopranos because we had the one of the location people from the Sopranos coming through, and they were on my project as well. Like I said, it was called Get Down or Lay Down, and eventually they called it State Property based off of the group.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up, man. That was such a special time in hip hop. I mean, we had a lot of special eras in hip hop, but that Rockefeller era was definitely something special. And I feel like you, or now I know for a fact you was a driving force behind that movement, and it's a beautiful thing that we can go back and look at. The work that you put in. So I
Mm-hmm.
really got to tip my hat to you for that. You had spoke on something I wanted to ask you. Like you were saying with the streets is watching, it was like they had VHS tapes, or you spoke about recording on film. How has the change in technology, AI and different type of camera, digital, how has it affected you? Has it been a smooth transition for you, or
For me, it's been smooth. AI is a whole nother topic, but digital filmmaking makes it more accessible to do quality stuff at a lower price because when you do film, one, you gotta somebody has to own that camera, and then or you gotta rent it, and then it has all these pieces, and you gotta buy the film, and film is not cheap. And by the way, you gotta process that film, and you gotta either print it or transfer it to digital. I mean, so you can edit it, or to tape, so you can edit it. So it actually helped uh, me become a better filmmaker as well as a better cinematographer because I also shoot. Because I can just go ahead and buy the camera versus having to rent it all the time. So it gave me the opportunity to just build on my skills as a visual person. I'm also a photographer. I used to shoot the Rockefeller artists as well as other artists as well. So when it became digital, I was actually pretty happy. But also on the flip side, it also means that anybody can go buy it. And then you have people saying that they're a director, but they're not really a director. They're just with a guy with a camera. You know what I mean? So it has its ups and downs. So you just got to stay creative as much as you can. Then as AI, AI is a tool right now. So I don't really have much to say about it. People keep saying it's going to take over, but I mean, if you let it take over, maybe it will. But I'm not going to really let it take over because guess what? If it takes over, then there's nothing for me to do except sit there and type stuff into a prompt and see how it looks. But right now, it ain't there yet. I'm sure it's going to get there, and then I'll have to address it. And then I have to.
Yeah, yeah. Now you was using a lot of different terms, like you say, director, cinematographer, filmmaker, photographer. You know, those, it seems like those is a job, like just doing one of those as a job. Now you were saying, now would you taking the shots for like ads or album covers or?
The only album covers I did were for Jay. So I did the Ain't No album cover, Dead President's single cover. Sorry, I did 2 covers for him, but I wasn't really at that. That wasn't my goal to shoot album covers. So I never really pursued it. I just happened to shoot a couple of shots that they used for Dead Presidents and Ain't No.